Prayers up, blessings up. Listen, in this video, I want to talk about how I lost 100 pounds because I became a Naturalite. I'm not a vegan, I'm a Naturalite. A vegan is someone who gets off the animal products. A Naturalite is someone who gets off the heavily processed foods and chemicals. Some Naturalites eat meat, some don't, but we all know the ingredients matter. And the goal is to make natural, chemical-free food the new American standard. All right, so there's that. On this video, what I want to talk about is how I realized I was programmed to buy options in the grocery store based on brand recognition and also based on like certified, like organic certified or USDA certified. I felt like that would make it good to eat, you know what I mean? So when it came to choosing like healthy things, I would look for the brand. And so a lot of people ask me about brand advice. So on this video, we're gonna give some brand advice because we're creating a new certification. It's Naturalite Approved. So we're gonna start approving products that fit the Naturalite standard. But on this video, I wanna drive home the point that even when we choose these products, I wanna make sure that people still read the ingredients, because there's been plenty of times, at least 20 times over the last 10 years, where I've seen products have all natural ingredients and then they'll change the ingredients and the packaging still stay the same. So it's pretty dangerous to just trust brands. I more so reprogram my mind to trust myself, to read the ingredients and be aware of what is in it. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. All right, so for example, we love lasagna, man. So the lasagna that we would always get coming up, we would get this, right? Because it was oven ready and it's nice, you know what I mean? It tastes good. You could just whip up your lasagna innards and then you just layer these up and then you throw it in the oven and it's ready to go. You don't gotta boil it first, you know what I mean? So that made it nice and they taste good. But you notice right here it says it's enriched. And I talk about the enrichment process all the time. It's a chemical process where they use chemicals to remove the life germ from the wheat plant. They remove that germ because that's the part of the plant that spoils and goes bad. So they created the chemical enrichment process to solve that problem. And so what they do, they add synthetic nutrients to replace the natural nutrients that was inside that life germ. And this is how you know if something is enriched, it's in the ingredients. That's why I'm always saying, read the ingredients. Now look right here, you see it right here. You got the synthetic niacin, ferrous sulfate, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. So this is an example of a product that was leading me to gaining more and more weight, and I didn't realize that's what it was. There was a part of me that felt like all pasta just was bad, like it was making me gain weight. But then I started, when I learned about the enrichment process, I was looking around for different type of pastas that was made with flour that wasn't put through that chemical enrichment process. And I found something like this. So here go lasagna sheet. Now it don't got the ridges, but this is the only one that's in the store right now. Sometimes you can find them with the ridges, not enriched, but if I can't find it with the ridges, I just get the one without the ridges. Now look at the difference in the ingredients. Durum wheat, semolina, and eggs. That's all that's in this. The durum wheat semolina was not put through that enrichment process. So when I made the switch from that type of lasagna to this type of lasagna, I noticed my weight started coming down. And it's the same with all the different pastas here. It's the same deal, you know what I mean? But I want to talk about brand recognition. So as you see this, if I say, look, okay, this is a Naturalite Approved product, and this is a Naturalite Approved product, but the same brand right here, this is not Naturalite Approved because notice it's enriched. So if you're shopping and you're looking for the, how you say this? Ronzoni? The Ronzoni brand, because I said, look, here goes a non-enriched pasta. So you might be shopping and you see the Ronzoni and you grab it. But that's why I'm saying read the ingredients, because look, you see right here, it's made with durum wheat semolina, but then you see the niacin, ferrous sulfate, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. So same brand, but this one is Naturalite Approved and this one isn't. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments, man, because this is why I'm saying brand recognition. We've been programmed to shop and make choices based on brand recognition, but oftentimes one of the options will be good to go, Naturalite Approved, and the other one won't be. Let me give you another example, hold on. So I love chips, right? So I want to talk about chips. Now, chips is a little bit tricky because back in the days, you know, I used to love Doritos. I would get the Doritos, or I would especially like, you know, the Cheetos. I get the flaming hot Cheetos, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to the Doritos, right? For example, I used to really like the spicy nachos, you know what I mean? But when you read the ingredients, it gets concerning because one, you got the vegetable oil. And I talk about vegetable oil a lot. Vegetable oil and canola oil are two oils that I learned about the processing of them, and they're just extremely chemically processed oils, and they lead to weight gain. And them the only two oils that I ever used growing up was vegetable oil and canola oil. Let me know in the comments if you ever notice how like family members would be like, oh, the vegetable oil is better than the canola oil. Then you got other family members saying, no, the canola oil is better than the vegetable oil. Well, come to find out they both just trash. So both of those are not Naturalite approved, all right? So they got the vegetable oil. Then you got the corn oil, canola oil, and or sunflower oil. So that's basically letting you know it could be all of them, it could be one of them. You never really know because the and or. You got to be careful with that and or. And then also you got the corn maltodextrin, you got salt. Now, anytime in the ingredients when you see the word salt, it's specifying it's using the iodized salt. So the iodized salt is a chemical salt. It's by definition a chemical. It's extremely processed. It leads to water retention, bloating, weight gain. So when you see salt, it's the chemical iodized white table salt. So that's a tip when you see salt in the ingredients. That make it not Naturalite approved. But then you also got things like this, the monosodium glutamate, and you got, you know what I mean, the natural and artificial flavors, which are both not natural. They're chemicals designed to make us want to keep on eating more and more. Some of these flavors are made to numb our intestinal tract, to make it to where we don't feel full when we really are full. So there's that. And then you got like yellow 6, red 40, the disodium incinate, the disodium glutamate. Sugar is another one. Anytime you see the word sugar in the ingredients, it's specifying it's using the granulated white processed table sugar. And if you YouTube search a video how that sugar is made, it's by definition a sweet chemical. It leads to weight gain. So that's another thing. When you see sugar, it's granulated white processed chemicalized table sugar. All right. So there's a lot of problems with these ingredients. Even though they taste amazing, there's something to think about. But so when it comes to chips, right? When I first started getting on my weight loss journey, we was living in the Pine Island projects. You know what I mean? We were in poverty at the time. And so money was tight. And I made the switch from those, because in my mind, I'm just looking at it logically. I'm like, okay, let me just go to the plain Jane chips. Now look, I started grabbing these type of chips instead, right? And notice, in the ingredients, you got potatoes, vegetable oil, canola oil, which aren't good oils, right? And then you also got salt, which is the processed table salt. But I was just looking at it logically, like this gotta be better than that, because it's just fewer ingredients. You get what I'm saying? So I made the switch from those type of chips, which I always would get when I went to the corner store and the gas stations, and I went to the plain Janes. And what happened was weight started coming off me. So this is an example from making a switch from this to this is an example of making a step in a better direction. So I did that and I got results. But this is still not Naturalite approved. But this is a better choice than this. But let me show you a product in here that is Naturalite approved. So right here, notice it's Ruffles. So it's the same brand, right? So we're talking brand recognition. If I think Ruffles is good, I might just grab those. But this is simply Ruffles. And then look at here, sea salted. Look at the difference in the ingredients. Potatoes, sunflower oil, and sea salt. So this is a better choice than those. You get what I'm saying? And what happened was down the line, as I started getting more financially stable, I started to be able to afford better chips like this. And I made a switch from those type of plain Janes to these. Another one that I like even better, because it is an even better oil, are these right here. Because these are made with avocado oil, which is, I believe, better than the sunflower oil. You got potatoes, avocado oil, and sea salt. Notice it specifies the sea salt as opposed to it just saying salt. So this is another example of a product that is Naturalite approved. I'm hoping this is making sense. Let me give you another example of what I'm talking about. Now we over here by the plant-based milks. I'm gonna give one more example, but again, there's examples like this all through the grocery store if you just start peeping game. I wanna talk about like USDA certified, all right? So here we go. This is USDA certified organic, right? So this is organic coconut milk. So because I was so programmed to look for name brands and things like USDA organic, I would think this was a good choice and I'd grab it, you know what I mean? But this is why I'm always saying read the ingredients, because you got the organic coconut milk in there, so they're not lying. But also, you got in here a mineral blend, which also, again, they're not lying, but these are synthetic minerals and nutrients. All right, so you got calcium phosphate, magnesium phosphate, calcium carbonate. You get what I'm saying? Selenomethionine. Also, just keep looking, and you got acetate, zinc oxide, organic sunflower, lecithin, geline, gum, natural flavors, which isn't natural, but at least they're using the sea salt, you feel me? But That's an example of what I'm saying. Even though it's USDA certified organic, this is not Naturalite approved. And so this is why we're starting the Naturalite approved situation, because you got the organic situation that got turned out. You feel me? It's not what it used to be. USDA approved doesn't mean that it's actually natural. You know what I mean? So this is why we're approving things Naturalite approved. Let me give you an example of a better plant-based milk. So right here, this is the kind we actually get right now. We get the milk. And notice the difference in the ingredients. You got the filtered water, organic almonds, pink Himalayan, sea salt, and that's all that's in this. So when I made the switch from those type of plant-based milks to these type of plant-based milks, I went to losing weight. And other noticeable side effects, like my skin cleared up, my energy went up from staying consistent with these choices over time. And so the goal is to have a place where people can come and look and see products and brands that are selling Naturalite approved options. But also, we want to be very intentional with updating it every few months to make sure that products and brands are staying to par with the Naturalite standards. But also, I'm encouraging you as a consumer to always read the ingredients. Just because we're saying it's Naturalite approved, that doesn't mean to just blindly grab things, because sometimes there's going to be products that we approve where one product that brand makes is Naturalite approved, but they might make another product that's not. You get what I'm saying? So it's very important to read the ingredients. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. Listen, I lost 100 pounds. This was me in 2014. I was 100 pounds overweight. That's why I wrote my book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It, to explain how I lost the weight, still eating cookies, cakes, pasta, bread, rice, all that. We've helped thousands of people lose weight with this book. This is literally the Naturalite's guide to losing the weight you want to lose while still eating the food you want to eat. So, you know, if you want to grab a copy, feel free. We have it on our website, gonaturalite.com. And if you use the coupon code U220, since you watched this video, you can get that discount on the book and other products that we have available. I hope that this video helped. Just know I love y'all for real. Prayers up, blessings up.